Hey guys, Corey with Faymus Media, and today we're going to be looking at Zacuto's Ultra Lite rig for the Blackmagic production and cinema cameras. So today we're looking at Zacuto's Ultra Lite rig for the Blackmagic production and cinema cameras. And we're going to start out with the very most important piece, which is the frame rail. It mounts to the top of the camera and allows the handles and all kinds of accessories to mount to it. And you're going to thread the 2 4x20 screws into either side, and once they're in there, they slide around and they're locked in place. You have to remove them and reverse thread them to get them out, which is a good safety feature so you don't lose them. Now, it's going to utilize the 2 outermost 1/4-20 threads on the top of the camera. You're going to gently place it down, and you're going to start threading the screws by hand like I do. This way you don't scratch or cross thread these because it will damage the threads in the camera, which can be permanent without a tap and die set. I don't know if I'd want to tap and die a camera. So just be very careful with that. And then you're going to want to line it up with the 2 edges of where you would put your strap, which are right here on the outermost sides, and just get it as straight as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, although I'm kind of a perfectionist. And then just gently tighten the screw down more and make sure that it's right where you want it. And once it's snug on one side, you can just go ahead and tighten up the other side. And that is it. Just give it a decent amount of tension. Don't over tighten though. Now that we've done this, we can go ahead and get the frame mount for the handle. And you can see that it's shaped just like the rail so that you can just slide it over easily. It's not one of those just clamp-ons. It actually is perfect fit. Like, it's amazing. The quality is fantastic. Zacuto's done a great job with this. Now, these have got quick release snapback tabs, so you can like tighten, and then if it touches the camera or anything gets in the way, you can just pull it back all the way around. So you can tighten a little, pull it back, tighten a little, and it's really a great feature to have. And the tabs come on every accessory, so it makes loosening and tightening all the different accessories and mounts effortless. So we're going to center this the best we can, and it looks good right about there. I believe that's about center. And you're just going to like lock that in place. Thank God for these snapback knobs, otherwise I wouldn't be able to tighten it. There we go. There, once that is on, you got the whole basis for the Ultra Lite setup. We're gonna go ahead and get the handle on. Now I wanna touch base on something else too. Zacuto makes different sized extensions for their rods. You can put this on the 15mm rods that are holding your follow focus. You can put them on the handle on either side, and you can stack them together, and you can buy all kinds of them to make anything as long or as short as you want. And it's just a great setup, and it's so compatible with all the Zacuto stuff. So let's go ahead and put the handle through here like so. You can put it on the back side or the front side, it doesn't matter, but I prefer to use it this way because all the weight's going to be in the front anyway. Once you've centered the handle, you just tighten this knob on the side, and we're going to go ahead and lock that down. And once we've done that, you now have the basic setup right there to hold the camera a lot better, especially if you're running and gunning and putting it on different stuff. It makes handling it very, very easy. Now, these also come with the Ultra Lite setup. What they are is the 15mm rods get threaded into these accessory clamps that go onto the rail. Now, it's got very fine threads in here for very small screws, and that's to use Zacuto's cold shoe mount. I prefer to use Wooden Camera's shoe mount as they're fantastic and much cheaper. That's not to say that Zacuto products aren't great. I just happen to get a bunch of the Wooden Camera and the Shape cold shoes, which I'm using on my production camera. Now, you basically take the rod and you thread it gently into the clamp. And once you've done that and it's nice and snug, you're gonna go ahead and slide it over the rail that's on the camera. And you're gonna get it, you know, pretty much right where you need it for your follow focus. So I'm not gonna tighten that yet because I'm gonna put my follow focus on. And you're gonna do the same thing for the other one and slide it over. And you can see that the rig is starting to come together. It's amazing how easy it is to put together, and the quality is so high. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the follow focus. Go ahead and put this on. And I know that I don't have the follow focus ring on the lens just yet, but this is just a demonstration to give you guys an idea of how to align the rods. Now, when you get the follow focus up here, you're gonna gently place the rods into the follow focus, and you're gonna let them slide around back here by the handle a little bit so you can get your follow focus to slide across. And as you can see, now it comes up and down, no problem, with no resistance. Then you're just gonna basically push them over, and they're gonna move together, as you can see, because the follow focus is keeping them aligned, and you're gonna get them so they're centered on the handle. Once you've done that, you can start locking that down and you'll be good to go. So I'm just gonna get them to slide over a little bit more to the right. We're gonna lock them in place now. Gotta love these snap back quick release knobs to tighten. They're fantastic. And now that everything's good to go and tight, now you can slide the follow focus back. And once the follow focus is, generally where you want, you get everything hooked up. So now you can go ahead and add a matte box if you have it and you want to add that now. You can basically just slide it right over the rails, just like I did with the follow focus, and tighten it down. And there you have it. We got a quick rig setup right there. We get the ring on there for the follow focus, and we're all set. And then I got another accessory that is just amazing. It's from Jag 35. They do a great job. They've got this 15mm rail mount, male or female, to mount cold shoes, so that you can basically slide this right over the 15mm handle rail and mount anything to the cold shoe. A light can go in the front, you get your recorder in the back. Then on top of that, it's got the 2 spots on the top of the rails that I was telling you about, and it's also got on each side of the handle mount, it's got 1/4x20 threads, so that you can go ahead and mount another set of cold shoes. So you can essentially have 2 cold shoes on the top, 2 cold shoes on the side, and 2 cold shoes on the rail. 6 cold shoes that basically will allow you to mount 6 accessories at one time. It's a very great setup. The Jag 35 here is fantastic for adding to the 15mm rails. Of course, you can add 1 front and back. And because I've got this extension, I can just go ahead and lock it in. And then now you can mount another accessory back here. So it's a very great setup to have. Zacuto has done a fantastic job with it. The build quality is excellent. It's not heavy, it's really light. I would say it's between 150, 175 grams at the most. So it's a great great accessory to have, guys. I totally recommend getting it if you have a Blackmagic production or cinema camera. But the only thing it's not gonna do for you is actually film whatever it is you're doing, and it's not gonna edit any of your work. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys understand it's not gonna edit your work and it's not gonna shoot it for you. But other than that, it's gonna help you with everything else. But it is fantastic. Go ahead and give it a shot. Take a look at it for less than $400. You cannot go wrong. It's the starting point and the basis for your complete video rig setup. So guys, hopefully you found my review of Zacuto's ultralight rig for the Blackmagic cinema and production cameras helpful. Please use the links below in the information box to support the channel to purchase any of the gear I review, like the ultralight rig, the cinema or production cameras. And please subscribe. And a little sneak peek, I got some camera porn going on right here. Got the Blackmagic pocket camera with the Panasonic 12-35. I got the C300 with the 85, and of course I'm filming on the 24 Cineprime lens right now, and I've got the 24-70 from Canon. There's all kinds of goodness that's coming up this weekend. So once again, guys, subscribe, let's have fun, and happy shooting.